ever meet that son of a bitch, I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna hit that motherfucker right square in the goddamn teeth. More than once.
Would you believe that's what the base commander thinks of me and my nasty ways?
Now, that's what you heard. First off, I have to give props to Axion Ghost. I tell this all the time. That was Sneak and Destroy. And then from Opie and Anthony, they that was the final recording of they did a thing with Dave the Rabbit. That's the kind of thing. Now I can put on a radio voice and be very easily understood and enunciate everything perfectly. But that's not what I choose to do. I could be a fraud all day long. I choose not to do that. Here's the problem. The reason why I named what I named my stream as is don't be owned or shamed. There's a very clear reason for that. Nobody owns me. Yes, I served in many different agencies, but they don't own me. I own myself. You should own yourself too. When people ask that question, I laugh at them, actually, because nobody controls me. I have controlled myself since 2005, and I have left one agency after 2005, and it was very clear why I did it. I disagreed with them. Have I been indoctrinated? Well, you could say that. Well, I guess the indoctrination would be pure Americanism. And I'm sure the person that asked that question knows this. But the issue is not that. The issue is that why would you even speak that? Unless you have a thought that maybe you feel this. You think I won't bounce against something I know is wrong? My record proves I've done that. I've been a whistleblower several times. So the easiest thing for me to do is to just say the truth. Here's the truth. I'm not owned. I'm not ashamed. You can't shame me. I can apologize to certain people that, yeah, maybe I took my medicine at the time and it interacted in a bad way. And I can say, I apologize. I'll never say I'm sorry to anybody because I am not a sorry man. I'm a bastard. That's a fact. That's a fact. So I can't be sorry. If I was to be sorry, then that would mean my point of birth was sorry. No. I've achieved many things in my life. Many things. And I'm proud of those things. And you should be too. I can say I apologize for fucking up your stream if I was on your show. No matter, I'm not going to make an excuse. Excuses are for pussies and for people who are cunts. I'm not a cunt and I'm not a pussy. I'm a man. So what I'll say in response to that is I apologize that I answered the call when it came in and I fucked up your stream. That's a fact. It's a serious fact. Now, getting on with it. I'm not owned by anybody. Nobody will ever own me. I could use that radio voice again and let you know I'm not owned, and you can be secure in the knowledge that I am just a regular guy. No, I'm a regular guy using my real voice. Kaiser, actually, is a funny story. When I worked with the Germans, Kaiser Polizeichef, that's what they called me. Emperor of Police, Chef. It was a funny thing. It was a goof. And I used that on all my things, right? Interesting. Emperor of Police Chef, right? And it was a goof on me. I use that tongue-in-cheek. Now, let's get serious. Everybody knows my real name, James Shuff. If you want to Lee Harvey Oswald me, you can say James Lee Shuff. My proper name. And there's many James Lee Shuffs. And I know them all, actually. It's pretty funny. It was one of my little quirks. I have that kind of little autistic thing that I like to know. So, with that being said, let's dispose of I'm being owned and that I'm ashamed. I will tell you what I am ashamed of. I'm ashamed that I spent many years listening to the Pravda line of my country and my government. Yeah. You want to ask why I'm ashamed? Yeah, I bought into it. Okay? I did buy into it. Guess what? That shit ended in 2005 and 6. And I'll tell you the reason. And I didn't even not buy into it when I knew the truth, along with a certain sergeant who was one of my mentors, when we had taken paradistastamine bromide. And we were by a missile, and you can look it up, Jebel incident in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. You can look this shit up. I'm going to be very factual tonight because I'm really pissed about certain things. You can look this shit up. And guess what happened with that Al Hussein missile? It broke up in the air. We watched it spin and miss the Cape, Florida, which is docked in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in the port of Ras Al Jabal. And it landed on a jetty. And guess what? It was a nerve agent missile. We had been taking paradistastamine bromide, and it was to give us nerve agent pre-treatment. And it worked. We're alive. Me and my sergeant. Boom. You look it up. There's 2 Marines that wrote it up, a Navy EOD tech, and 2 UK EOD techs that thought we were crazy not masking, but we weren't affected. We're affected now. But it's still irrelevant. You see what I'm saying? It's big boy rules. We bought the ticket. We took the ride. Now, let's fast forward. I've blown the whistle on many things. I'm not going to get into it on this podcast because it's irrelevant. But the thing about it is that if you want to say something to me, we say it. We're big boys. I'm not going to apologize. Or I'm not going to say I'm sorry. I will apologize. That was a faux pas on my part. I'll apologize for it. But I'm not going to grovel. You're not going to get that from me. But what you will get is a firm-hearted apology. And I mean that. The difference is this. I'm not going to be ashamed because I had to take medicine because I have a lung infection. Many people have known what's happened since my last tour in that last shithole. And I'll never return to the Near East again. Never. But what I will give you is a little bit of levity. And I mean this. It's levity. It doesn't matter to me at all on it. You know, when I'm home, my wife is my right hand. When I'm away, my right hand is my wife. Guess what? You think you're going to shame me? Nah, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to be afraid of what you think about me. You think I'm going to fret over some shit that everybody does? Nah, that's not going to happen. But what will happen is that I'll speak my opinion. And I hope you do too. I hope every one of you who listens speak their own mind. That's the only thing I hope for. And that's all I expect from any of you. Speak your mind. Call me out. Call bullshit on me. We're good. You want to pull DD214s? We're good on that. But what you can't do, and you know this, everybody out there, they want to pull bullshit. I have pictures, and not just pictures, baby, but I also have documentation. That's the difference. We can pull DD214s all day long. You think I'm ashamed of anything that happened on them? Nah. That's not my way. But the proof is in the pudding. And SF-86s, when I was a Fed, I can pull those too, babe. Don't worry. We're all good. But guess what? I didn't buy into it. So when I see people trying to say I buy in to a lot of shit, when I call bullshit on shit, I have an issue now. And I guess I maybe have an issue with the persons that may have said that. Don't think I won't call that out. And you're very welcome to call me out, and I will apologize over that. Because I did do exactly what you said. And I still love you. I'm not being a dick. And I'm not even mentioning names. But I'll still love you. And I'll appreciate you. And I'll pimp your shit all day long. But don't start saying I'm a shill. That's where we divert. Call me a shill. Call me some disinfo shit. We're going to have an issue. And that's the reason for this thing. I'm not ashamed. And I'm also not going to be shamed. And I'm also don't give a fuck what any of you think about me. Honestly, this is my channel. I'm sorry I fucked up your channel. But you don't get to tell people unfounded things that you're wrong about. So it's an easy thing for me to say. Just don't do that. And notice I've not called you out. I'm not contacting other people. I'm not talking about it and trying to undermine people. You try to undermine me, and that's fine. All good all day long. Be right about it. I'm good with that. Undermine me unfounded, then we have an issue. And that's the last I'll talk on this. I will not be ashamed of being a white man because of the nature of my birth. I will not be ashamed of being a man. I will not be ashamed of trying to tell men to be men. I will not be ashamed of my political beliefs, no matter what they are, and none of you know what my political beliefs are, except for a very few. I'm not going to be ashamed by smirking. Face crimes, not my biz. I'm also not going to be ashamed by my speech. If I want to say words like the heavy N or the heavy J, I'm not going to be ashamed by that. I'm also not going to be ashamed very easily by not conforming to new speech from Google, Edge, and NewsGuard. Okay? Microsoft, Google, Edge, and NewsGuard. And I'm not going to be ashamed by a thought crime because you don't know my thoughts. It's a fact. I know what's happening at this point in the world. I think you don't. I think you live in a bubble. I look at the left. I look at the right. I watch both sides. Now, let's get mellow again, right? We like to get mellow. Let me use my radio voice again. My radio voice that is so mellow that I really don't care about. No, I'm going to use my real voice. Tape it. You know, the government looks at everything. You think I give a fuck? Nah, I don't. You think I have worked for them since I was 17 and I really give a fuck about them or what you think? Nah. So if my apology's not good enough, we're all good. It doesn't mean I hate you. It just means I understand that you have your thoughts. Respect my thoughts and respect my apology. If it's not good enough for you, be gone. We're all good. But nobody tells me what to think. Nobody. Including this fucking government. Nobody tells me what to say. Nobody tells me to spread disinfo. I spread the truth that I have witnessed and seen, period. Nothing else. Now we're good. I hope we are. With that being said, everybody have an enjoyable day. I'm going to lead you out. And it is, remember, this is Axion Ghost. Folks, go to his page. He's an awesome artist with his music. And I always push him. And it's not anything other than I've listened to his stuff. And it's really good. And I always close out with Inside Enemy Headquarters. And I might give you another gift tonight with another good song. So you might want to listen. All right. God bless. Be well. Be safe. And I'm very happy you stopped by Kaisers Kastle. Took a seat on my big orange couch, which is big. And I like a small little group. And I would love to get it smaller for the people that don't want to be involved in it. That's fine. We can go smaller. I don't push and pimp my shit like this. But what I'm saying is,